Hello and welcome, as today is the completion of the 6th day of November 2019, and I might have to put another deposit into my account. This is Tezos on the 1 minute term time frame in at 1510 Satoshi as I'm sitting here waiting. And one of the things I was thinking getting into Tezos, Jesus, longer time, because it takes a little while to wait for coins, but this has worked out to my advantage as I've been wanting it to sell at 1300 and I have to wait right now. As on my Binance, this is what I'm waiting for. I put in a deposit, the thing's going up further. Okay, put another deposit. I might have to do it again. Earlier, I put a Tezos deposit in, and then Bitcoin. I was gonna buy. Might buy more Tezos, but I should have bought more. Atom, Tezos went up, then Litecoin, Lumen, and Komodo before. And these are coins that I look to sell when I'm depositing. Not much more to do, not much more than to wait, but I like to have these moves in, well, just this hour alone right now, the market is up 33%. So there's going to be volatility. We can see it now. It was at 1,500, now at 1,470. There's a 2-3% drop just like that. Another percent just like that. Oh, man, that's not good. But that's great because I love the volatility. And if I'm happy to be selling at 1280, if I happen to get 1360 or 1350, we'll see what happens at that point. And that's what I'm going to get. Looking at this on the daily chart, not much to look at. But it's gotten above this high noticeably. And now we'll see what kind of further momentum can come into play. What I'm looking to make a trade for is a sell here. XTZ against Theta. It's set at 14.58. As well as against Bitcoin Cash. Now in at 218 to 1 ratio. I need 218 Tezos to get 1 Bitcoin Cash. But these numbers are always going to change because it was over 300 just the previous couple hours ago, I guess, or yesterday, the day before. Meanwhile, on the Bitcoin point of view, we can draw like this little here on the lower end and the upper end. This is what I call things getting very symmetrical, a lot of indecision. At some point, it's going to most likely have a decent sized play one way or another with good volatility, albeit having an increase of volatility when it's low isn't that difficult to do. Looking at this on the 8-hour chart, it's a lot of sideways consolidation in here. Okay, well, if we break into here, then I'd be looking for a move to where we came from. And then this is that must-hold area I've been talking about. The fact that it's been holding and staying above this area for quite some time has been magnificent. But the fact that, the fact that it hasn't been able to do much on the up end has been very underwhelming. And this volatility, its lowness of such, is just that. But breaking down support, I'm looking for here. Breaking above resistance, I'm looking to go towards the upper range of this resistance to where we came from before, which is between 10,000 and 10,350. And amongst the sideways correction on the daily, this has just been all the sideways move in here. Again, you can see this and breaking out above in here. Well, now we can start talking about the upper end of this range, which is the 13,000-ish or so area. Maybe next, I guess, on the short term, you're talking about maybe close to 11,000. But as far as a key area, I think if it's going to get above here, I'd have to think it's going to be in this range here, at least test its next level for resistance. And the market cap update, it's just a little continuation of the wait and see amongst such in here. So let's finish it off within precious metals. Gold next on the list. And there really isn't too much more to say in the sense that we came up to this key fib level, one that I was talking about for quite some time. Well, if we break out, we're going to 1522. And it did. And now since it's been at 1522 and since it's back to August the 12th, well, just like Bitcoin, it's been hardly filling the empty space, if you will, from this resistance, but it's been underwhelmingly not having any real tries at breaking out. One failed breakout on October the 25th and again on Halloween. But it's also holding this area of support big time at this 1485 where it's at now. And then the one hit here it established 1462, which essentially was a failed breakdown. Really not much of a fast move, but it wasn't much of a failed breakdown either, because failed move, I would have expected a move up to at least this high, so not really a fast move higher either, or concise move, but it's just holding in there for the most part. Silver having continuation of Fibonacci doing its thing. Yesterday's low comes in at 1738.7, and I first talked about 1740 when it first came down in here, and well, since then it's been stuck in that range between that key fib level and the resistance at 1823, and really doing the same sort of deal, just holding in there from the gains that it had, which to me is a bullish signals moving forward, and trying to determine which day, which month, which year we're going to have these decent or magnificent gains. Well, I don't know, but it does seem as if how much time you have to buy silver at the lower prices, well, it looks like for the rest of the year, and probably for an okay amount of time, but at any given spot, I wouldn't be surprised whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next week, next month, or sometime next year that this thing really gets going. And tomorrow we'll have to break out above 1850. Probably not going to happen, but it's still, of course, in this sideways consolidation range. Finishing off within the gold to silver ratio from this high and this low, been a lot of consolidation resisting at this 85 handle, and continuation again within it after a lot of support established here at this 83 and low change 83 and a quarter ish or so mark, and it still has a lot to do in reverting this trend over. It had an attempt to do so here on September the 30th. Ultimately it did fail, and it's got to get above these points to do so again, so it's still a long ways to go for it to revert it back to the bull trend that it has had. And at the same point, if you're looking for volatility within it, it's had a little bit of a cool down in here, and a little bit more has been added with this 0.9% up day, or about a 1% volatile day, and the ratio, that's not bad. However, at any given time, you see, like on here, August the 26th, it's just a significant move. The same thing here. And then from those moves, you're going to have the reactions and the settling. So the reaction from this down move with these green candles up, even this one in here. Now, a lot of this is settling in from those moves. So until you can really clearly get really down below, I got to say, clear break below this level of support is where I would say break of resistance or support. But yes, break of resistance, I think you could have some decisive, nice movements. But I think that now that we've established the support in here and we've had this rally higher, that if this fails this established level of 83 low change, that we could start to see some big red candles that would go down there. And if we get a big red candle that does take it to there, like that, especially because we're at like 85 or 84.5 now, if it were to go down like 1.3% to this level, if we don't find support here, I would expect fast continuation lower, like 81 and then like 79 to probably happen pretty quick. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.